Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Total leather and we'll get started. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So the Michigan State Spartans offense takes the field. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan, Michigan State. And it is intense, and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along, getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so...
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Spartans want to move quickly.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
To the air, it's Finley. He's got his man, makes the grab. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Feeling some heat. Quickly out to the tight end. Just feeding his pants through the defense as he gets it to the 36. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the defense got it. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. defense takes matters into their own hands.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. Coming out with it, it's Clark. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. On the move. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. They're trying to get to it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has earned that honor a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in the Sin State rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run the counter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Finley. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, at least, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some...
He's off to the races. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're facing a 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He wants it all. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Ready to try the point after.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down to the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Finley. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been gliding up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Quick handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They move the tight end all over. Off play action. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved them up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that?
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He makes the stop almost